This episode of the Cult Popture podcast was brought to you by our Patreon. If you want to tell us which films we should watch, get up to 2 extra exclusive podcasts a month, give us something to talk about in the post-credit scenes at the end of each episode, or even contribute to the discussion in the episode itself, then please consider joining the cult and donating at www.patreon.com/cultpopture. Well, Richard, I'm back. I'm back from my overseas experience, and the good news is
you're back.
I didn't die, and I didn't die in a plane crash. And I would say I'm a lot less scared of flying now. But that's fear of flying has been replaced with like the existential dread of having to do a 30-hour transit again in one day.
Yeah, that's the thing, because you've always been actually freaked out by the idea of flying. I don't really like flying, but it's just because I hate sitting still for long periods of time.
And long periods of time is an understatement to refer to what I just went through twice.
Because how long have you been back in New Zealand now?
I've been back about 48 hours.
Nice, and you rushed straight to the podcast.
my true home.
So this is an interesting episode of the podcast, though, because what are we doing today, AJ?
Well, Richard, I have no idea. I said to you, hey, I'm pretty busy and also jet lagged. I've basically come straight back into a bunch of work I've got to do. And so I said, can you put maybe another quiz like we did for Easter? Can you put a quiz together? And you said, yep. And then 2 days later, I was like, as in today, I was like, are you doing anything for the podcast? And you were like, yeah, but I'm not telling you what it is till we record. So welcome to a very rare mystery episode of Cult Popture.
I mean, the fans listening now will probably have a better idea because the episode will be titled something.
Will it be titled Richard's Mysterious Quiz? Because then they won't know any more than me.
Yeah, maybe. So what I originally sat down to do, nothing like super mysterious, but I just decided not to tell you.
Okay.
And I started writing this quiz, and so it was going to be called Dumb IMDb Quiz in Year.
Okay.
And I went through the list of films we've covered on the podcast, random number generator, and just looked through IMDb pages, found some dumb trivia. I would tell you the trivia and you would have to guess the film.
Okay.
And then I decided I wanted to beef out the rest of the quiz with maybe that's round 1, and then I'll do another couple of rounds. And then I liked rounds 2 and 3 so much more than that I then scrapped all the work I'd done for round 1, and we've now just got a 2-round quiz.
Oh my God. So you just deleted, you didn't even replace content. You just deleted.
I know, I added a lot more.
Okay.
This quiz is out of 200.
Jesus Christ, I'm so jet lagged. I was hoping this would be a 30-minute episode.
Nah, 3 hours.
Nah.
nah, not at all. So what? I think you'll find this quite fun. So what it is I've got, I think, 20 actors and 20 directors, and what I'm going to do is list off their trademarks according to IMDb with increasing ease, and you have to guess the actor or the director. So each question is worth a possible 5 points. If you get it from the first clue I give you, you'll get 5 points. If you get it from the second clue I give you, you'll get 4, and so on. 3, 2, 1.
You're going to have to keep my score.
Okay. So, do you understand how it works? So we've got, I think,
not completely, but I feel like I have no choice but to play. So,
well, what are your issues with the quiz?
Sorry, no choices, and I don't want to. As in, I will just you'll ask me a question and I'll answer it.
Yeah, so
and thus will be participating in the quiz.
So yeah, I've got 20 actors, 20 directors. If it ends up taking way longer than I thought, we'll cut this out, and I'll have 10 actors and 10 directors. So,
wow, you're prepared.
So here we go. First actor.
Okay.
So 5 points if you can tell me from this. You can just pass a lot of them, especially like doing this quiz. I was like, man, sexism is a real problem. Like,
yeah, sure.
Because like all the mean ones are like they play complex tortured characters, and the women are like, she got sexy legs. And like,
right.
and there's so many, and like finding, because I had to find ones that had at least 5 trademarks, and like Helen Mirren doesn't have any trademarks according to Helen fucking Mirren. Like, it's insane.
Could this be Richard's sexist quiz? Is that the name of the episode?
Richard's anti-sexist quiz.
You're like sitting there being like, damn, just found out sexism still exists.
Yeah.
Mamma mia.
So, okay, here we go. First actor, I'll give you a clue, and you can skip as well. You don't have to answer every time. So,
okay, this is very Wordle generation. It's a very Wordle.
Do you like
Wordle
the idea
spin-off.
of the quiz though? Because I worked.
I
Really
do.
hard on
It's
it.
good. It's a good idea.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Okay, so
what should we call it? 20 actors, 20 directors. Is that the name of the episode?
Sure.
Unless it's 10.
Unless it's 10. And then
title.
brackets, yeah. Okay, so this first actor often plays romantic leading men with an edge. Would you like to guess or pass?
I'm going
maybe should it be that you're only allowed to guess once?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll pass then.
Okay, frequently plays intelligent yet laid back and likable characters.
Okay. Oh God. I think I should be allowed to guess.
Yeah, no, you should be able to. Yeah, otherwise it makes the episode real boring. Because otherwise it's like, I don't know, and it's just
yeah. So the 2 that have come to mind immediately. Actually, I'll say 3. I'm thinking, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling, or Hugh Grant. But I'm
or
only
Ryan
thinking
Stiles from Whose Line Is It?
I'm only thinking Hugh Grant because of his turn in Kate and Leopold. No, there's another movie where he's like an edgy romantic lead, and
Music
at one
and
point
lyrics.
no, he's not even in there.
What's the one?
Wait, did I say Hugh Jackman or Hugh Grant?
You said Hugh Grant.
I meant Hugh Jackman. I am jet lagged. What's the movie where Hugh Jackman has a hickey on his neck and he's like, I bit myself shaving?
I know the one where he's got balls on his neck. That's movie 43.
They're very good. Is it any of those 3?
Well, I have to get you to guess one.
Okay, I reckon it's Ryan Reynolds.
It is not Ryan Reynolds. For 3 points, known for a beaming smile and intense eye contact.
Oh, Jesus. I need to just start Googling these traits. Okay. There is a lot of thinking on this episode, and my brain is not in the best place to be thinking.
You wanted to do a quiz.
Okay, look.
Hey, Richard, can you please write an episode that just requires me to just think on air?
Ray Liotta. He's R.I.P.
R.I.P.
He's got a beaming
Ray
smile.
So it's not Ray Liotta. For 2 points, many of his films feature scenes of him running.
Tom Cruise.
It is Tom Cruise. For 1 point as well. It would have been known for doing many of his own stunts, even exceptionally dangerous ones. So I know this isn't your fault, but like those first 3 trademarks, I don't think are very relevant anymore to Tom Cruise. Yeah, I mean, that's you'll get a lot of that.
Okay, great.
So, our next actor is known for sardonic one-liners.
Sardonic one-liners. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It is not Arnold Schwarzenegger. Known for playing cynical anti-heroes with unhappy personal lives.
Pass. What's the next one?
For 3 points, frequently plays likable, wisecracking heroes with a moral center.
Is it Ryan Reynolds?
It is not Ryan Reynolds. For 2 points, shaven head.
Jason Statham.
For 1 point, headlines action adventures, often playing a policeman, hitman, or someone in the military.
Oh, shaven head. Bruce Willis.
It is Bruce Willis. The 1 point. Congratulations.
Okay.
He also played Spike the dog.
We need to let people know the truth.
All right. This next person is known for 5 points, their radiant alabaster skin. I'm guessing you can guess the gender of this person.
Anne Hathaway.
It's not Anne Hathaway. For 4 points. High cheekbones.
Kate Blanchett.
It's not Kate Blanchett.
Oh, God.
3 for 3 points. Statuesque model-like figure.
Tilda Swinton.
It's not Tilda Swinton. For 2 points, her independent films often feature the theme of grief and sorrow.
Maggie Smith.
It's not Maggie Smith. For 1 point, often portrays upper-class women in epics such as Ada Monroe in Cold Mountain, Marissa Coulter in The Golden Compass, Lady Sarah Ashley in Australia, and Gertrude Bell in Queen of the Desert.
Nicole Kidman.
That is Nicole Kidman. Some of them...
for all the sexism, the women are a lot easier to guess. Even though they took me the longest, at least I had actual guesses for all of them.
All right, this next person, for 5 points, has a recognizable, drawling voice.
Matthew McConaughey.
For 4 points, a distinctive, clipped manner of speaking.
Is it Christopher Walken?
No. For 3 points, deadpan delivery.
Stephen Wright.
For 2 points, often plays deceptively intelligent and ruthless men.
Okay, Woody Harrelson.
It's not Woody Harrelson. For 1 point, often plays cold-blooded and sadistic characters. Possibly drawing from his real life. That's a clue.
Oh, Kevin Spacey?
It is Kevin Spacey.
Thank you for the clue.
Play along at home as well. I hope you're playing along at home. Keep score.
I didn't realise we were including cancelled actors.
There's a few. There's a few.
We should do a version of this game that's the cancelled edition, and it's only cancelled actors.
And, it's just listing their crimes.
Yeah. Well, who's this cancelled actor they were accused of?
Yeah, well, we should do all of our games. Which cancelled actor am I thinking of?
Or it could even be you could mix it up and spice it up by not even they might be actors you didn't even know have
cancelled
these allegations on their Wikipedia page, you know?
Yeah.
And then you find out it's whoever, and you're like, what? That's
That's crazy!
I wanted to start a podcast once where every episode was a different actor, and we find the most debaucherous, horrible thing they've done, and be like, this is how bad they are. This is why they should be cancelled.
That's the name of the podcast. This is how bad they are.
Just a character assassination podcast.
Character assassination would be a good name for it.
There you go.
So, for 5 points, often portrays characters that are rather smart, mature, and grown up for their age.
Who's the kid who plays young Sheldon? Young Sheldon, that's my answer.
It is young Sheldon, that's not. 4, brown eyes.
Oh, come on. Okay, Daniel Radcliffe.
For 3 points, lisp, sweet voice.
Lisp?
Yeah.
Lisp, sweet
Apparently,
voice.
Yeah.
Who is a lisp in Hollywood? John Leguizamo.
For 2 points, and this will be a bit of a clue, petite figure.
Okay. It's a skinny man. What ladies have lisps in Hollywood?
I wouldn't recognize her as having a lisp, to be honest.
Oh God! Why couldn't you have said that 2 questions ago? Petite figure. Okay, let's go. Kate Micucci.
Nice, very petite figure. It's not her though. For 1 point, mole on the side of her face.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
And it's not me. It was Natalie Portman.
Oh, yeah.
One, an actress who only has 5 trademarks, according to
and
IMDb.
one of them is an indistinguishable mole on the side of her face.
Yeah.
I do not think of her as having a mole at all.
Yeah. Well, okay. Here's one for 5 points. Extreme versatility in roles.
Johnny Depp.
Her wide-eyed expressions for 4.
Wide-eyed expression. Emma Stone.
No, for 3 points. Her bright smile.
Cameron Diaz.
For 2 points, often plays optimistic characters with cheerful dispositions.
Who's the other one that isn't Kate McCutcheon? Ricky Lindholm.
For 1 point, long hair, most usually red, sometimes strawberry blonde.
Jennifer Lawrence.
It's Amy Adams.
Ah. Okay. I hope this is entertaining for people. I hope they're playing along at home. And
I hope that's what I'm really hoping for. I don't know. I thought there'd be more. I don't know. This is obviously what the episode was going to be. Just me listing this, and I hope people enjoy it. I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed putting the game together, and I hope.
I think often when we listen back to episodes like this, they sound a lot better on the re-listen than they felt at the time. Not that I'm feeling terrible about this. Or
yeah, these little interludes in between questions, I think, are really going to help us.
Yeah.
A lot of these are also a lot harder than I thought they would be. So our next one is known for their light blue eyes,
Rachel McAdams,
sculpted, slightly upturned nose.
Rachel McAdams
for 3 points.
Who played fucking Cindy Lou Who?
Taylor Momsen.
Does she have an upturned nose in real life?
For 3 points, usually plays easygoing, even-tempered, nice guy characters.
Oh, it's a guy.
Oh, then why were you describing his appearance?
Yeah, what guy has an upturned nose? Ray Liotta.
For 2 points, distinctive, youthful voice.
Elijah Wood.
No, and for 1 point, short stature.
Peter Dinklage.
No, that would be a good one. It's Michael J. Fox.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. No, he does have an upturned nose. He's a very pretty boy.
Yeah, with his light blue eyes and,
his light blue eyes, his
distinctive, youthful voice.
Yeah.
All right. For 5 points, often stars in period films or plays real-life individuals.
Meryl Streep.
No. Also,
I'm so disappointed.
I should mention, if you haven't picked up on this already, that everyone mentioned on this quiz we've seen in Film Franchise Fortnights.
Oh, okay.
Which we've never seen Meryl Streep. Fun fact.
Have we seen Ray Liotta?
Yeah, he was in Muppets Most Wanted.
Oh God, he was too.
Wait, have we seen this act? Yes, we have. I was like, wait a minute, I can't remember where we've seen this one, but no, we have. Often stars in period films of real life individual or plays real life individuals. For 4 points, frequently plays men who have suffered a loss or trauma.
Joaquin Phoenix.
No, but you're close. Often plays characters who are ill-fated. For 3 points.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
No. For 2 points, often plays conflicted, tortured by their own demons characters who need to deal with their past.
Sean Bean.
And for 1 point, only uses his media presence for environmental or human
Leonardo
rights
DiCaprio.
causes. Yes.
I worked out it was Leonardo DiCaprio 3 people ago, but didn't
just for content.
I queued him. I queued him behind the last two guesses.
Right. So our next one is known for his
What have we seen, Leonardo?
Critters. Critters 3. And also Romeo plus Juliet.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So Lee Van Cleef is not... fuck!
Lee Van Cleef!
So funny.
One of the answers. I would have never guessed Lee Van Cleef.
I knew you wouldn't. That's why I made it such a hard one. That's so funny.
What have you got written down that you've accidentally read out the answer? That's so funny. Do I get 5 points for that?
Yeah, you can have 5 points.
Yes. What were the other traits?
So, known for sharp facial features, low authoritative voice, sardonic, menacing characters. When starring in westerns, his characters frequently use customized firearms, such as rifles and pistols, with increased precision, fire rate, ammo magazine, and additional muzzles.
Okay, so here I would have guessed Clint Eastwood and been furious when it wasn't him.
Yeah,
And just been like, well, who else could it be?
beady eyes that frequently squinted in the western sun.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Still Clint Eastwood.
All right, okay, I'm gonna focus more on doing this correctly.
Like that you've done the, like, blonde moment, and I'm the one who's, like, off my sleeping schedule.
Fuck you. I need to, I think my calculator fucked up, so I just need to, like, see how many points you should be on. 1 plus 5 for Lee Van Cleef. All right, you're on 11. All right, next
Very
actor.
low.
Next actor, whose name I will not say,
Okay.
has a slight
Danny DeVito. Fuck!
has a slight British accent with a marked lisp.
I don't believe them. I don't believe that he has a lisp. I don't think these people know what a lisp is. I'm going to say James McAvoy.
James McAvoy, I did look for. It only had 2, and it was just like Scottish accent, brown hair. For 4 points, a pronounced widow's peak.
Okay. We've already done Bruce Willis. That's the widow's peak actor. What about Jean Reno?
No, very good. No, it's not
Yeah?
him, but that's a good guess.
Good guess, though, right?
Yeah. For 3 points,
And he was in Godzilla 98, so it counts.
No. For 3 points, gaunt, bony features with heavy eyebrows.
Heavy eyebrows. Who played Bogdan and heavy, gaunt, and heavy eyebrows. It wouldn't be him. Oh, what's his
Bogdan.
name? The guy who plays the Shape of Water monster, Doug Jones.
Oh, that's a really good guess as well, but it's not him. For 2 points, often played imposing, sinister villains.
Christopher Lee.
No, but again, you're close. For 1 point, making audiences feel sorry for his evil characters by displaying extreme frailty and vulnerability even when the material didn't call for this.
Fucking hell, what a trait to have repeatedly. It's not like Ian McKellen, is it?
No, it's not, but you can have one more guess for this one.
Okay, Sean Connery.
No, it was Boris Karloff.
All right, yeah, okay. All right.
Did you get that one at home?
Did you? Are you enjoying this quiz?
Don't do that. I hate when you do that. You don't know how much editing has to go into, like... Okay,
All right.
So I would have never guessed Boris Karloff as close as I apparently was. Although you telling me Christopher Lee was close, I guess, is...
It was a clue.
It was a good guess. Good clue.
All right, the next one number for 5 points usually plays mild-mannered characters in extraordinary circumstances.
Ryan Reynolds.
For 4 points, a wide range of expressions and reaction shots.
Wow, just like an actor. John Krasinski.
No, but you're very close.
Okay.
You're hilariously close. For 3 points, a distinctive, clipped, deliberate delivery of lines.
Rainn Wilson.
No, slightly further away.
Oh, no.
For 2 points, frequently clears his throat.
Steve Carell.
No, moving further away still. For 1 point, almost always plays the put-upon everyman in his film and television roles.
Martin Freeman?
It is Martin Freeman.
Oh, yeah. I was hilariously close with John Krasinski.
Yeah. All right, our next one is known for 5 points for his deadpan delivery.
What have we seen? Oh, The Hobbit. Never mind. His
Yeah,
deadpan delivery?
and the MCU.
Yeah. Sorry, known for his deadpan delivery. Okay, who has deadpan delivery? Philip Seymour Hoffman.
No. Known both on screen and off screen for his crusty, cranky persona.
Harrison Ford.
No, but yeah, that is also for Harrison Ford.
It's not Harrison Ford. Fuck.
Often plays hard-edged but sarcastic law enforcement and military officers.
Okay. Who's the guy that in Full Metal Jacket?
Oh, Ali Emi.
Yeah, is it Ali?
It's not.
Every? Okay.
For 2 points, often plays real-life historical figures, and it has a list of them if you want them. For an extra clue.
them.
Thaddeus Stevens, Howard Hughes, Gary Gilmore, Ty Cobb, Oliver Lynn, Clay Shaw, Douglas MacArthur.
He played Howard Hughes.
Yeah. Apparently.
And he's not
And it's
Leonardo
not,
DiCaprio.
yeah.
God, I have no idea. What's the next one?
Deep, gravelly voice with a thick Texas accent.
Thick Texas accent. Like that? Is that what he sounds like?
Kind of, but, well,
Does it sound like this?
well, if you think more of his deadpan delivery, he's also known for
Does it sound like this?
a little bit.
Matthew McConaughey.
No, he sounds more like this.
Tommy Lee Jones.
That is Tommy Lee Jones.
He played Howard Hughes. Interesting.
Apparently, yeah.
I wouldn't call his voice gravelly.
All right, well, you can.
What have we seen Tommy Lee Jones in?
He is in Captain America: The First Avenger.
Yes. God, that was one of those early MCU roles, isn't it? Where it's like, they probably would have saved you for something else had they known how big this was going to get.
Yeah. All right, our next actor is known for often playing characters with mental instability and/or a deep capacity for violence. And it's worth mentioning as well that it gives, I'm not going to tell you the 2 examples, but it gives 2 examples which are famous for like when this actor played against type by doing, by playing characters with mental instability or a deep capacity for violence.
Okay. Sorry, can you explain that again? So the 2 examples it lists.
Like the reason those movies are notable is because this actor is playing against type to play someone with mental instability or a deep capacity for violence.
So what you're saying is that the IMDb is listing these wrong. Like
yeah, it's listing their trademark as the 2 times they played against type to do this.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Would it be like Robin Williams?
It is Robin Williams. Very good.
Whoa! How many points is that?
That's 5 points.
Well, yeah. What are the
So
other
the other ones
options?
are frequently played fathers or family men, humble and soft-spoken, often played characters lacking in self-awareness, and the 1.1 would have been often clean-shaven in comedies while bearded in dramatic films.
Is that a trait?
It is. That's a very Robin Williams thing.
Okay, so 1 hour photo.
Yep.
And Insomnia?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. He's also I wouldn't say he's sinister.
I'll give you a
particularly,
bonus
but
point for that.
There's thank you. The Final Cut, a movie I vaguely remember that is about vaguely remembering things. Nice. I saw it when I was a little kid. And I was describing it to my flatmate a few months back. This movie I saw when I was a kid called Final Cut that stars Robin Williams. And he was so enthralled with me explaining the plot. And then I was like, and I think it has like 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
All right. This next person, for 5 points, has an immersive acting style.
I don't know what that means.
For 4 points, often portrays scheming women.
Okay. Helena Bonham Carter.
Often plays career-driven women.
Meryl Streep.
No, for 2 points, and this is one of the ones where I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel. So for 2 points, her notable angular features.
Oh my god. Angelica Houston.
That's a good guess though. For 1 point, blue-green eyes. Doesn't make it any easier, does it?
No. You've ordered this, like the way these quizzes usually work is that the 1 point question is harder than the 5 point, or easier than the 5 point question.
So this one...
But these just randomly written.
This one is randomly written. A lot of them I've tried to,
I guess you are supplying me with more material to guess from.
Well, this one is like, I gave you the easier stuff up top and then just gave you nothing for 2 questions so that you could just have more opportunities to guess.
Okay, so who is it?
This is Glenn Close.
Oh, God, I said Meryl Streep.
All right.
101 Dalmatians? 102 Dalmatians.
That's right. So, for...
I should get an extra point for guessing the movie that they're from.
Yeah.
That we've covered.
So, for 5 points, frequently plays military commanders and law enforcement officers.
Oh, I hate this one. This has come up like 5 times.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Frequently plays military commanders and law enforcement officers. Officers, I should say. He doesn't play the building.
Okay, thank you.
That's why I was so confused. I was picturing an office.
Mel Gibson.
No. For 4 points, and this one's like the most specific one I've seen, but it's great. In almost all the films where he handles or uses sidearms, usually a 9mm Beretta or similar pistol, there's a scene of him swiftly ejecting a bullet from the loaded chamber by pulling back the slide assembly and subsequently catching the bullet before it falls to the ground.
What? That's so strange. Sylvester Stallone.
No, for 3 points, frequently when his character is making a decision or changing his course of action, he will say, okay.
Okay. Like, can you do it how he says it in the movie?
I don't know. I don't really know.
You don't remember? Oh, God, that makes it so much harder. I just have to keep guessing military / law enforcement characters. Danny Glover.
For 2 points, fiery, anger-driven tirades.
Nicolas Cage. He's
for,
not known for...
For 1 point, often portrays real people. And if I can make it easier by giving you some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Played Reuben Hurricane Carter in The Hurricane. Herman Boone in Remember the Titans. Frank Lucas in American Gangster.
Yeah, it's Denzel Washington.
It is Denzel Washington.
What have we watched with him in it?
He was in Anton Fuqua's Magnificent Seven.
Oh, of course.
Of course. For 5 points, God, this one's so bad. This actor or actress is known for her sexy legs.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
No, okay. That tells me you hadn't noticed.
At a certain time, I would have definitely agreed. In certain films,
but not anymore.
Well, maybe. I haven't seen them in a long time.
Okay, so they're dead.
Or maybe they're just real old and don't show off their sexy legs anymore.
No, that's sad. You should always show off your sexy legs. Brittany Murphy is my legitimate guess, and she was in Happy Feet, I think.
She was. She only had one trademark though, and it was her hearty laugh or infectious laugh, something like that.
Of course, when I think of Brittany Murphy, I think of that hearty laugh.
So it's me, Brittany Murphy.
It is me, Brittany Murphy.
So for 4 points. Athletic figure.
Okay, Elizabeth Debicki.
Nice.
That's a good guess.
It is.
Sexy legs.
Yeah. For 3 points, deep, sultry voice.
Sugar on a bear. Like that?
No, more like, it's me, Brittany Murphy.
Brittany Murphy. Elizabeth Debicki. Okay, her deep, sultry voice. Oh, God. And I think of... Oh, okay. Sexy... Oh, Kathleen Turner?
No, but that is a very good guess.
Yeah.
From Romance in the Stone, of course.
Yeah.
And Dumb and Dumber 2?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Where the joke is that she's playing, like, an ugly woman. And it's like, this is Jessica Rabbit we're talking about.
Yeah. For 2 points, her short hair.
Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis.
It is Jamie Lee Curtis. Very good.
Yes, because what other actress insists on having short hair in everything she's in, or at least did for about 30 years. I wouldn't say she has a deep, sultry voice, though.
Yeah, it's like in the 1.1 is early in her career final girl roles.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, only a few more actors, and then we'll move on to directors.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go again. For 5 points, delicate high cheekbones.
Cate Blanchett.
No. I think Cate Blanchett only had 4 or something, or didn't even have any. Because I was like, oh, sure, Cate Blanchett, Julia Roberts, Sandra Bullock, they'll all have plenty.
Yeah.
They don't.
We're talking about traits or cheekbones.
I thought Julia Roberts would be full of cheekbones. Statuesque model-like figure.
Tilda Swinton.
These are the same fucking one. Deep husky yet smooth voice.
Kate Mara.
Nice. Often plays fiercely independent, driven characters.
Oh, sorry, Rooney Mara. I beg your pardon.
It's not, but often plays women of enormous strength and stature.
Gwendolyn Christie.
No, it was Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Sure. All right, and now back to ones that have actual details in them. Men. So for 5 points, often plays very successful, wisecracking, in-control business executives and political figures.
Eugene Levy.
That would have been a great one. For 4 points, sicked back here in his movies. I assume that's a typo and it's supposed to say slicked.
Okay. John Travolta.
No. Like, I had to think about that. So, often plays fathers with one daughter and no sons.
Who notices that? Is that like a trait that he's like, I have to? Sorry.
Yeah.
George Clooney.
No. Gravelly, smoke burnished voice.
Danny DeVito.
No. And for 1 point, his famous stereotypical capitalist character, Gordon Gekko.
Oh, fucking Michael. I know who it is. I can't. Michael. Oh, God. My brain is. Douglas. Michael Douglas.
Who has no sons but a daughter in Ant-Man.
There you go. It's true. It's true what they say about him.
Yeah, this is famous for. All right, last couple. For
Ants.
5 points. Ants! For 5 points. Danny DeVito should have played Hank Pym.
Yeah. Actual.
Because he's already small.
Yeah, he doesn't need to put on.
It doesn't need a shrink, and there's no CGI required. Imagine that, like the Ant-Man suit just makes you kind of a short guy. So for 5 points, frequently plays men of power and / or authority.
Josh Brolin.
Good guess there. For 4 points, volcanic tirade, smoke burnished voice. That's one, but I think it's two things.
Volcanic tirade, smoke burnished.
What would that sound like doing a volcanic tirade?
I told you not to let the volcano erupt.
Okay, and now who are you doing an impression of?
Was I doing an impression
That's
of
yeah, that like that's what you're...
I told you. I don't Gilbert Godfrey. Ray Liotta.
So for 3 points, gruff characters who claim that's I'm reading the wrong one there. 3 points, diminutive frame offset by his formidable bearing.
I don't know what those words mean.
Just do the voice again.
I'm not Gilbert Gottfried.
You did it. It wasn't as Batman-y the first time you did it.
Okay, my voice is hurting. Is it Harvey Firestein?
Surly but essentially moral characters with deep capacity for violence.
Oh, is it like Jack Nicholson?
No, but close. Same sort of type of actor.
Robert De Niro.
No. Do you want to go the third one?
Who's the third one?
For 1 point, he has jet black hair and dark owl eyes.
Is the third one Al Pacino?
It is Al Pacino at 1 point. Congratulations. All right, this last one. Save the hardest one for last, believe it or not.
Yeah, okay. I was doing an impression.
So, for 5 points, known for his crazy laugh.
Ricky Gervais.
When I was writing this, I was like, that'd be a good one. For 4 points.
Because he was in Spy Kids all the time in the world.
And the Night at the Museum movies. For 4 points, intense macho acting style that was often both bombastic and emotionally honest. The fact that it's in past tense is a clue, but also I would never expect you to get this one, so that's also a clue.
Why? Is he from, like, one of the Mummy movies?
Baby?
So he's got an infectious laugh and he's dead.
A crazy laugh.
A crazy laugh and he's dead. Cesar Romero.
Nice, good guess, but no. This was the one I started to read for Al Pacino. For 3 points, gruff characters who claim to despise shows of human weakness, but who end up frequently displaying it themselves.
Peter Boyle.
For 2 points, internationally associated almost solely with his parts as a samurai, both heroic and less so, despite many modern-day parts in his time.
Internationally known only as a samurai. Is it someone from the Seven Samurai?
It is. Do you want to take a guess?
I don't know any of their names.
For 1 point, often works with Akira Kurosawa. That was Toshiro Mifune.
Okay.
Who came up in our Best Acting episode.
Oh, okay.
So,
Fair enough.
He's been
Fair
mentioned.
enough.
He's been mentioned.
Hey, all right.
I'm just saying he's been mentioned. All right, that's all the actors. So, for a possible 100 points, I think. Yeah, 100 points. You got 24.
Pretty bad.
Well, let's see if you fare better with the directors.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. So, number 5. And also, there's even less women in this one because we haven't covered a lot of female directors, and the ones we have don't have a lot of trademarks according to IMDb. So, for 5 points, often features himself in his films, even if uncredited.
M. Night Shyamalan.
No, we haven't covered any of his films, have we?
No.
For 4 points, often features strong female characters.
Quentin Tarantino.
No.
It's not Quentin Tarantino, or... Oh, God,
you're gonna be surprised that it's not Quentin Tarantino a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
For 3 points, his protagonists are often ordinary characters caught in extraordinary and horrific circumstances.
James Cameron.
No, just the word horrific there.
Horrific.
What kind of films do you think this person likes?
Horrific James Cameron.
For 2 points, villains are often deformed and monstrous looking.
David Cronenberg.
He's not on the list, but I was so close to putting him because he's in Jason X. But we haven't covered any of his films. For 1 point, his horror films often contain important social issues. Such as The Last House on the Left or The Hills Have Eyes.
Who's that? That's, I don't know. I give up.
Also made Scream.
Oh, Wes Craven.
That is Wes Craven. Congratulations.
Sorry.
For 5 points. Supernatural
Quentin Tarantino.
and fantasy themes.
Okay. Supernatural and fantasy themes. Peter Jackson.
No. Often has a character who has a bad temper.
Sam Raimi.
It is Sam Raimi. Also frequently figures out difficult shots by reverse motion acting, filming the actor acting backwards and playing in reverse. Frequently films scenes in which a main character is on the receiving end of an extremely brutal attack, and his ability to mix violence with humor. So you got 4 points for that.
Sick.
All right, this next one is, and obviously Sam Raimi, Evil Dead, and Spider-Man we've covered. For 5 points, wide shots.
Yeah. Sergio Leone.
No, good guess though. For 4 points, downbeat endings.
Robert Rodriguez.
No, good guess though. For 3 points, posters almost always feature close-ups of characters' faces.
Paul Greengrass.
For 2 points, frequently starts his movies with creative title sequences that express the theme of the movie.
Express the theme of the movie.
Yeah.
Is it a James Bond director?
It is not.
No. Is it David Fincher?
It is David Fincher. 2 points.
Yeah.
Nice. And for 1 point would have been frequently collaborates with Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross for his musical scores.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. For 5 points, some of his characters often start off as being emotionally troubled and undergo a radical journey, often through crisis, developing as better people in the end.
That's not your trait. That's storytelling.
That's storytelling, yeah.
The characters get better. God, I could just guess it. Quentin Tarantino.
For 4 points, often designs and inserts nightmarish monsters into his work.
Guillermo del Toro.
No, good guess though.
Gilmero.
Gilgamesh. For 3 points, used his own depression to fuel the psychological themes and upsetting imagery in some of the works he directed.
I don't know his name, but the Evangelion guy.
It is Hideaki Anno. I'll give you 3 points for that.
Cool.
For 2 points would have been creates animated TV shows and films that often deconstruct and satirize tropes present in earlier anime franchises. And for 1 point, implements classical music in his anime, notably in Evangelion, during suspenseful or intense scenes.
Also did Shin Godzilla.
Exactly. All right, for 5 points, this next one is known for beard.
Yep. Steven Spielberg.
No.
George Lucas.
No, do you want to just keep guessing?
Peter Jackson.
No.
Okay, give me the next one.
All right, protagonists are tough inside who want change the world around more often than not for selfish reasons.
They want to change the world around. Martin Scorsese. He doesn't have a beard, does he?
He did back in his day, but it's not him.
Martin, no.
Often works with cinematographer Gordon Willis and producers Fred Roos and Gray Fredrickson.
That's not going to help me.
Yeah. For 2 points, often casts his own real-life extended family members in his films.
Is that something you knew about him?
This thing for 2 points. Yes, it's
Yeah. Okay. Extended family members. Would it be like No, I'm thinking of I want to say like Wes Anderson, because that's like there's the Wilson brothers, but that's not his own extended family.
Although Wes Anderson frequently collaborates with a member of this director's extended family.
Okay. Frequently collaborates. So we got Bill Murray, we got the Wilson brothers.
Yeah.
We've got
a character who an actor who you and I both thought was in Royal Tenenbaums.
Schwartzman, Jason Schwartzman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, who is Jason Schwartzman related to? I don't know. I give up. I know. I've heard he's related to some.
He's Talia Shire's son.
Talia Shire, who is Adrian.
Yeah. And she's also
is it Sylvester Stallone?
No. Includes for 1 point includes the original author's name in the title of his adaptations.
Yeah, it's not Bram Stoker.
He directed Bram Stoker's Dracula.
It's Coppola.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. 1
point. Yes. Yeah, so he's Jason Schwartzman's uncle, although I don't think they've actually worked together.
But so's Nicolas Cage is his uncle.
Yeah.
Well, he's Nicolas Cage's uncle. Wait, does that mean Nicolas Cage and Jason Schwartzman are related?
Yeah. I think they're cousins, yeah.
That's funny. You wouldn't really think of them
in
the same breath, would you?
All right. So this next one, his movies often take place in Texas.
Okay. What's a movie that takes place in Texas?
I'll also give you a hint that of this guy's 5 things, only like 1 or 2 actually feature in the films we've covered.
Okay. Is Texas one of them?
No.
Okay, what's the next one?
Likeable, easygoing lead characters.
Woody Allen.
I tried to do
famously likable.
I tried to do Scarlett Johansson for the actors one.
Hmm.
She only had 4 trademarks, but in her trivia, one of them is a big fan of Woody Allen. I was like, probably get that removed if I was you. For 3 points, often uses classic rock music in his soundtracks.
Taika Waititi. No. He just made a single film in Texas. Rock music. I keep going back to like, because I would have said Sam Raimi again, but already done.
What's like in the last 20 years, what's one of the most like classic rock driven movies you can think of?
School of Rock.
And who's that directed by?
Richard Linklater.
It is Richard Linklater. Good job. 3
What
points.
Richard Linklater films? Oh, of course.
Before trilogy, yeah. So for 2 points.
Often set in Texas. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think enough are set in Texas for that to be.
Like a lot of his films are. But his films often revolve around children or teenagers and emphasis on realistic characters and dialogue.
Okay.
All right, for 5 points. There you go.
Yep.
I'm holding up 5 fingers. Witty yet profane dialogue laced with pop culture references.
Quentin Tarantino.
It's not Quentin Tarantino.
Fuck off! What the hell?
For 4 points, he uses the sh rule at least once in every movie. It gives the example: breakfast, schmreckfast.
Kevin Smith.
It is Kevin Smith.
Yes.
And where have we seen? What Kevin Smith have we seen?
What Kevin Smith have we seen?
He's in Die Hard with a Vengeance, which I've seen for the podcast.
I thought it was only movies that they've directed.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
So yeah, for 3 points, always uses the director would like to thank special credit column at the end of his film's credits. Characters often have an obnoxious but loyal and lifelong friend who are often the cause of conflict but ultimately redeem themselves through their actions, and frequently refers to characters from his View Askew-niverse movies.
Yeah.
All right, for 5 points, frequently uses shadow lighting in his films.
What would you define as shadow lighting?
I don't know.
Does it just mean he frequently uses shadows? Tim Burton.
Dark shadows. The lead characters in his movie are often outsiders with a dark past they prefer not to remember.
Right, so he's only made one movie.
That's not. Imagine that, like.
I'm going to go Del Toro again.
No. His movies often begin and end with the death of a character.
Sam Mendes.
Good guess. For 2 points, during the credits at the end of his movies, the camera will move around the location it was filmed in, after which there will be a freeze frame for the rest of the credits.
John Hughes.
No, that's a really good guess, though. And for 1 point, known on set as a director for filming very few takes and having an easy shooting schedule.
Clint Eastwood?
It is Clint Eastwood, who we've seen in the Man with the No Name trilogy.
It's funny that you'd be that like anything easygoing is associated with Clint Eastwood.
yeah. All right. For 5 points,
2 threesomes in the Mule.
Because he's so easygoing.
He's so easygoing. People just feel comfortable. 4 separate people feel comfortable.
For 5 points, long shots looking at actors through gaps in scenery or between others in the scene.
Steven Spielberg.
Movies have a glossy look or feel to them for 4 points. It's not Steven Spielberg, obviously. That's why I continued reading the clues.
Peter Jackson.
No, for 3 points, features human freefall stunts in nearly all his films.
Oh, so like Macquarie.
No,
what's his name?
Christopher McQuarrie.
Christopher McQuarrie.
For 2 points, often inserts lines of dialogue or places PSA posters / stickers for animal rights, human rights, and gun control.
Oh my god.
The gun control thing is ironic considering the movies we've covered of his.
Steven Spielberg.
No.
No, sorry, Steven Seagal. No, what am I saying? Sylvester Stallone.
No. For 1 point, frequently casts Danny Glover.
Frequently cast Danny Glover. Sorry, I've just blanked on his name again.
What movies are you thinking of?
It's like Lethal Weapon. He died recently.
Yeah, Richard Donner, 1 point.
Richard Donner. Sorry.
It's
everybody.
okay. It's okay.
It's not like I don't know the answer. It's my sleep-addled brain is not giving me the name.
All right, this next one for 5 points: unconventional characters.
Oh, okay.
No conventional characters here.
What's that? Is that character looks pretty conventional? He looks like he's a guy with a job, carries a suitcase,
No.
wears a suit. Oh my god, he's got 3 eyes. Paul Verhoeven.
No. For 4 points, frequently works with ensemble casts.
Ensemble casts. Okay. Ryan Johnson.
No. For 3 points, his films almost always deal with persevering humanity and optimism through hard circumstances and bizarre events unfolding.
Who's Terrence Malick?
No. For 2 points, heavy use of tongue-in-cheek dialogue.
Heavy use of tongue-in-cheek dialogue. Lord and Miller. Oh, it probably wouldn't be 2 of them, would it?
I did look at Lord and Miller, and both of them are known for their frequent collaborations with the other one.
That's true. They are.
But also it listed as a trademark for them, like it was like consistently executing bad ideas well.
Oh, no kidding!
Yeah, like so it actually lists that. The
Mm.
do you want the 1 point?
Mm-hmm.
His spiky hair.
Spike Lee. What director has spiky hair? Bart Simpson. This is Bart Simpson. Is that the answer?
Not Bart Simpson.
Is the answer Bart Simpson?
That one
Lisa
was
Simpson.
That one was James Gunn.
Oh, okay. Oh, he does have spiky hair.
Yeah. Alrighty, for 5 points. Many of his characters are mysterious, shady anti-heroes with violent pasts.
Christopher Nolan.
No. Unlike many action films, his often show the characters reloading their weapons at realistic times and carrying ammunition.
Interesting. I've never thought of. These are traits, and it's like, well, I never noticed that any movie was even lacking characters doing that. Michael Bay.
No. For 3 points, his heroes often dress entirely in black.
Shit. So I'm not Googling the answer. I'm Googling things so I can remember names better.
Spell it out. What are you Googling there? I'm trying to read the reflection in your glasses.
I'm not even typing very. Martin Campbell.
For 2 points, Hispanic themes, settings, and characters.
Robert Rodriguez.
It is Robert Rodriguez. For 1 point would have been shoots all his films digitally since Spy Kids 2 Island of Lost Dreams.
That would have given me it.
Yeah. For 5 points, likes to make nice/effective cuts.
Don't we all? God, how we love to do that, don't we? Let's go. Sorry, man. I really like forgetting every name that I try and think of. Ant-Man, bring it on, guy. What's
Peyton
his
Reed,
name?
he doesn't have any trademarks. I really wanted to do him.
No shit, he doesn't have any trademarks. I could have told you that.
All right. You're gonna hate me for this one, but for 4 points, likes to show close-up shots of feet or wheels, often trampling things.
Quentin Tarantino.
It's not Quentin Tarantino.
Well, I knew it wouldn't be, I guess, since you said I'd hate you for it.
Yeah. Brings camera in close during fight scenes, achieving a claustrophobic effect.
John Woo.
No, that's a great guess, though. Often includes the theme of humanity's arrogance and over-reliance of technology.
Who directed Source Code?
Duncan Jones.
Duncan Jones.
No. For 1 point, known on set for being very tough and demanding.
Stanley Kubrick.
No, it was James Cameron.
Oh.
All right, for 5 points, big budget action sequences utilizing modern techniques of filmmaking.
Michael Bay.
For 4 points, stunning fight scenes usually involving martial arts.
John Woo.
For 3 points, had a reputation as a recluse and almost never gave interviews prior to 2012.
Oh my god. I can't think of anyone who would be like that. That guy, that really famous Simpsons writer,
John Swartzwelder.
John Swartzwelder. Is it him?
No, for 2 points, often sets works in her hometown of Chicago.
Her hometown. Amy Heckling.
No, for 1 point, hot pink dreadlocks.
Lana Wachowski.
It is Lana Wachowski, nice.
Did she not give any interviews until 2012?
Yeah, no, the Wachowskis have never really done interviews, but yet Lana did a few for this. I mean, I guess they would have done some for Cloud Atlas then, 2012.
That's crazy that they'd never done any interviews.
I think it was when they did the Matrix sequels. It was in their contract to not do any press for it.
Weird.
All right, for 5 points, graphic depiction of violence.
Quentin Tarantino.
No, for 4 points, more often than not, sports a beard.
Who sports a beard? What director sports a beard? Who's out there just sporting beards?
A lot of them. It's a bit of a
I'm
cliche
gonna
at this
go
point.
Richard Martin, the
The
director of
Earbud
Earbud Golden Receiver.
Yeah. No. For 3 points, heavily tattooed arms.
The two guys that directed Crank.
For 2 points, frequently casts cult horror actors.
I mean, I'm still stuck on the tattoos. I can't think of any tattered, bearded directors. Can you? Can you think of one?
Oh, yeah, there's one.
Frequently cuts and so presumably he is also a horror director. Is it James Wan?
No, that's a good guess though. For 1 point, directs all his own music videos.
His music videos. So he makes music as well. Moby.
It was Rob Zombie.
Oh God! Oh, what a shit! Of course, it's fucking Rob Zombie. God.
All right, last round. And we've been through the last round for the last 15 questions. Last page of my notes. For 5 points, uses pleasant music that heavily contrasts with some of the more violent on-screen action.
Quentin Tarantino.
No. For 4 points, slow motion or freeze frame sequences.
Zack Snyder.
No. For 3 points, frequently uses unusual weapons to change the course of hand-to-hand combat scenes.
Oh my God. Okay. Who did the movie Shoot 'Em Up? Because Paul Giamatti gets killed with a carrot in that movie.
Do you want me to look up who?
Yeah, who directed Shoot 'Em Up? I bet it was that guy.
that I have to Google. Michael Davis.
Yeah, is it Michael Davis?
It is, no. Imagine that. Huh, it's good. He has, Michael Davis has 2 films. I assume they're related. But, oh no, yeah, they're different. But he has one film called 100 Girls and another one called 100 Women. Which would be...
I've seen 100 Girls.
Ah.
It's a teen sex comedy.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Oh, he's trying to... It's his efforts to find a mystery girl who he had sex with in an elevator during a blackout.
Yeah, I've seen it. I remember where I was when I watched that movie.
Wow.
I was at my friend's house.
Yeah. This one, and then 100 Women is about the story of a young man named Sam who has struggled to discover why the girl of his dreams is suddenly depressed after her cheeriness brought him out of his sadness.
I think they are related.
It says in 2000, Davis directed a film called 100 Girls with a very similar theme. It was originally released under the title Girl Fever, so maybe they just did it to try and... Anyway, it's not Michael Davis.
Girl Fever.
His lead characters, whether good or bad, always have a code of conduct which includes a strict vow never to harm or kill innocent people. In many of his films, these lead characters often fight against villains with no such code who freely kill innocent people without remorse. Fuck off, Siri.
Michael Mann.
No, for 1 point, scenes of hyperkinetic, choreographed action.
Zack Snyder.
No, I'll give you a clue. You've already guessed this person like 3 times.
John Woo.
It is John Woo, who made
Fuck.
you were guessing, and I was, he's going to get John Woo, who did Mission Impossible 2, obviously. All right, for 5 points, his films usually have the 2 main antagonists hostile to each other.
Luc Besson.
For 4 points, heavy use of Christian symbolism.
Terrence Malick.
I thought you were going to guess Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder.
For 3 points, often tackles controversial...
Batman and Superman are pitted against each other.
Yeah. I forgot we have covered a Zack Snyder film as well. I would have put him in here if I'd remembered that.
300.
Yeah. For 3 points, often tackles controversial topics that have no easy solution. Examples: mental state of being, rape, murders, sex, a second chance at life, and media coverage are often utilized.
The Nymphomaniac guy.
No. Last one, trio.
That's Von Trier.
For 2 points, has had actors who were not always admired for their acting give unusual performances in his films.
Not always admired for their acting.
So the examples are Arnold Schwarzenegger, Elizabeth Berkley, and Casper Van Dien, to name a few.
Joel Schumacher.
No, and for 1 point, famous for his extremely violent yet intelligent science fiction films.
Paul Verhoeven.
It is Paul Verhoeven.
What, are you serious?
Yeah.
I guessed him before.
Yeah. Another one that I thought you would never guess.
What Paul Verhoeven film have we covered?
Robocop.
For just one. Of course. I would have guessed him earlier in that round if I'd thought of it. I don't fucking.
All right. Usually, for 5 points, usually includes a party scene early in the series / movie with young adults mixing and mingling.
Chris Weitz.
No, he doesn't have any trademarks, unfortunately, according to IMDb. For 4 points, high-tech, action-packed entertainment. Just like the quote you'd put on the poster.
Who did Mission Impossible 1?
Brian De Palma.
Brian De Palma.
No. You're in the right realm, though.
J.J. Abrams.
It is J.J. Abrams.
Yes.
For 3 points, a cold opening suspenseful sequence before the opening credits used to pull the audience directly into the story. For 2 points, it's very secretive about the plot lines of his projects. And for 1 point, powerful use of spotlights and lens flares.
Oh, well, the lens flare one's a giveaway, but I'm surprised there's no mystery box mentioned. I'd feel like
that was on there. He had like 25 trademarks.
Oh, because that to me is the definition of a director trademark.
Yeah, that's why. It's very secretive about the plot lines of his project. There's like 4 or 5 different ways that's worded. One was actually like features a box that's a mystery.
Yeah, okay.
All right, only 2 more to go. So for 5 points, often films close-ups using wide-angle lenses.
Tom Hooper.
No. For 4 points, darkly humorous scenes of violence.
Quentin Tarantino.
No. For 3 points, in his movies, frequently there are axes.
Whoever fucking directed Friday the 13th.
Now think about what's the most famous use of an axe we've covered.
Is it Gimli saying, "And my axe"?
And who directed Gimli?
Is it Peter Jackson?
Yeah, for 2 points, likes to make cameo appearances in his movies, and for 1 point, frequently sets his movies in Wellington, New Zealand.
What? No, he doesn't.
He hasn't for a long fucking time.
Set them there either.
Yeah.
They are filmed there. I don't think any of them are set there.
All right, last one. Here we go.
Explicitly.
Here we go. 5. Movies frequently feature a scene with rain.
Denis Villeneuve.
No. For 4 points, often uses father-son themes in movies.
Danny Boyle.
For 3 points, often features an insert or close-up shot of the villain's eyes widening before the villain dies.
George Miller.
No, that is. He also does that. 2 points. Several characters in his films are seen using a spray bottle to water small plants.
If not Shyamalan.
No. And for 1 point, his films often feature a destroyed New York City.
Roland Emmerich?
It is Roland Emmerich.
Yeah, okay. Because we did Godzilla.
Yeah. All right, so that is the end of the quiz.
How did you go, guys?
How did you go at home? Did you make it to the end of the episode? That's what the real test. Not how well you did on the quiz.
Yeah. 10 points. Award yourself 10 points if you made it to the end.
To the end of the podcast and tweet us. I'll like it on my personal account. Tweet at Cult Popture. Hashtag finished the quiz, and I will personally like it from my personal Twitter account, not the Cult Popture account. AJ might like it from the Cult Popture account. If you get a like from the Cult Popture account, it's none of your business who liked it. If you get one from at Richard Martin NZ on Twitter, you will know that was me. Okay, you will get a personal at Cult Popture hashtag finish the quiz.
Yeah,
I'll like it.
Yeah,
I promise.
That'll be a little treat for
That'll be a treat for you. And then you can take a screenshot of Richard Martin liked your tweet, put that out everywhere, anywhere you want. How did I
do on the quiz though?
You so out of a possible 200 points, you got 57.
That's over half. That's a pass.
It's not over half. It's over a quarter.
Oh my god! Fucking hell!
All right.
That was such a bad thing. I was so wrong there. I should be minus 57.
All right. So AJ's finishing the quiz with 0 points. Did you do better than AJ? Let us know. Join the Discord. There's links in the description. You can email us with your results at cultpopturemedia@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook. Like us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. All those things. Cult Popture everywhere. And stick around at the end of this episode for the post-credit scene, which is coming right up after this music. And I'm doing the outro today because I could tell you were tired and
thank you.
I thought you might appreciate that, so that's why I did
much.
it. And like, you've got your fucking memorized thing you do for every post-credit scene, and I'm gonna have to do that now, so stick around.
Okay.
Thank you for listening. Let us know how you did on the quiz. Remember to tweet the thing I said a minute or two ago, and we'll see you on the post-credit scene.
Tune in next week for Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah, I need to fucking start those movies.
I'll be a lot more awake for.
Well, hopefully. God, who knows what next week will bring. Let's record at 6 a.m. next week to get the same energy. All right, welcome along to the post-credit scene. This is a scene at the end of each episode where you can join our Patreon for $5 and give us something to talk about in the post-credit scene. Today's post-credit scene comes to us from Sarah Velling, a name we haven't heard in a while. Hope you're still out there, Sarah.
Hope you're still listening somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere out there.
So
I hope you're still listening.
So Sarah asks, character you'd most like to have as a sibling and why?
I want the parents from Easy A to be my parents. Does that count?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I can't really think of I'm gonna Google.
What are the benefits of a sibling? As in, what
what do you want in a sibling? I think we have to answer that.
Yeah.
Or I wonder if you want like a hot stepsister.
Oh, okay. Interesting. If we're going hot stepsister, I'm gonna go with the
the lifeguard from Lilo and Stitch.
Yes. No, actually, I'll just go Nani from Lilo and Stitch.
Isn't she like 16?
Ah, come on. Don't do that.
Come on, let me have it.
Deborah from Wild Thornberries. Deborah.
I want Ray from Everybody Loves Raymond because everybody loves him.
I want Ray from Welcome to Mooseport.
I want all of the Tenenbaums.
Oh, God, really? I do not want any of the Tenenbaums
Yeah,
to be
famously
my
dysfunctional. Owen Wilson. I want to be Luke Wilson and have Owen Wilson as my brother.
I want to be Jason Schwartzman's brother, so that I'm related to Nick
So that
Cage
you
and
can be
Francis Ford
cast as
Coppola.
part of his extended family.
His oeuvre.
Ooh.
And then I can have a canonized sordid love affair with my cousin Sofia Coppola, who, if you've seen Godfather 3, you'll know is into her cousin. And that movie was directed by her real life father. There's something going on. The weirdest thing about Godfather 3 is the unabashed, unashamed incest
And the insistence on it.
The insistence of it, and the point, no one in the film is like, this is wrong because it's incest. They're just like, you're too young to date.
Yeah. They needed a scene like in Transformers: Age of Extinction where
Please.
where he like presents a card that you get a close up of explaining why it's okay to have an incestuous relationship.
Why is that in that movie?
Anyway. It's some writer somewhere that's like, got teased in the writer's room for being into younger girls, and he's like, no.
Oh no, I was talking about Godfather
if we set it in
3.
Texas, I can prove it.